Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams, and welcome to your reading. Y'all see this flame? It's going crazy. Let me switch my fan around a little bit. There might be some very heated energy that you've been observing or feeling lately, but we can always calm that down. Anyway, I'm Trini. Welcome to In Her Dreams, and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit. And I also want to take a moment to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited. In Her Dreams has officially hit 10,000 subscribers. I love you, and I'm so grateful. I think what I'm going to do is, for my next video, we'll be doing a giveaway. So I just found out today that we hit 10,000. So let me get something together, and for my next tarot video, long version, not the shorts, I will be announcing a giveaway. Okay, I'm so excited to do that and give back to my lovely, beautiful beings. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's coming through. I want to start with the runes, and then I'm gonna go to this what is the name of this deck? The Witching Hour. Yeah, I felt led to pull from that today. I don't know, feeling witchy. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Okay, that's yeah, Ritho. The wheel, that is Thor's chariot. Ashe, Thor. I love Thor and his hammer. So you might be seeking direction right now. Divine wants you to know that your journey is blessed. You're creating movement. All right. You can screenshot this if you want to see the significance of that. Okay. But you're moving forward, and you have the power of your ancestors and spirit allies. So it's not just you on a chariot. Okay. It's you plus all of your talents, all of your gifts. 222 is just on the timer. You've got balance. Okay. So on your journey as you move forward, you have everything you need. You have the support that you need. I'm hearing AAA. Like, if you were to need assistance, your ancestors got you. If you were to need assistance on your journey, your spirit allies have got you. Also, you do have support in the physical realm, I'm hearing. Okay, so you are not alone. You are not alone, beautiful being. And the Chariot is one of my favorite cards. So that's the vibe of this rune. You are definitely moving forward with power and strength. Okay, there might be something that's trying you, because the way that flame was dancing around, I know the fan was on it, but everything is significant in a reading. I feel like there could be some challenging energy, like someone who's, not that it's challenging for you, but there's someone perhaps trying to challenge you, okay? Anyway, we'll see what comes through in the reading. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have? All right, there are secrets that someone is trying to take to the grave. We've got card 42, to the grave, and secrets. This could be you. There could be something that you have pretty much sworn you will never tell. I feel like you're a very loyal person. I feel like there are some things that you just will never reveal, okay? You might value privacy. I feel that about you. What's coming through is that sometimes if you are a private person, sometimes people might think that you're being sneaky because you're not revealing all of your plans. You're not revealing or showing all your cards. There's nothing sneaky about that. And even if you wanted to be a little sneaky, that's up to you. You could do that if you want to. But it's not about being sneaky. It's about protecting what you have created. It's about protecting what you have invested in. And that's one of the most beautiful things about you. So you do have some secrets, okay? And I know you know what they are. There's nothing wrong with that. You might feel sometimes like you're being dishonest if you're not revealing something. Divine says no. You're just honoring what you have created and what you have invested in. So that's a beautiful thing. Because there are people who would want to discourage you or get you off track. You have Ritho, the rune, the chariot. So there is someone, as I was detecting with that flame, who wants to get you off balance. Okay, 222, I noticed that on the timer. So there's somebody who wants to get you off balance, but that's why you're keeping some things to yourself, because you know better. You know that there are some people who would like to get a hold of what you have created, but they can't do that because you're protected. Let me go ahead and pull some tarot to see, take a look at the energies that are impacting you right now. Okay. Let me pull some more. I see why. I see why somebody's been evil eyeing you. I see why. Because you are very abundant. You're being shown here as the Empress. Okay? So you are creative, you are nurturing, and you know what to nurture. The reason why some people are so envious of you, you may have experienced that. Okay, I feel that you have. Is because there are people around you who don't know where to invest their time and energy, but you do. With Ritho coming through that rune, that's the chariot, you're centered on your destination and you're determined. So because you're focused on where you want to go, you're getting there. You're getting there. You have reason for celebration, not only because you are the Empress, but also because there is joy and unity and divine union in your life. Whether this is something that you have already manifested or if this is something that you are hoping to manifest, it's coming with the Four of Wands, okay? Now, if what you want is a romantic union, you will have that. You will manifest that. If what you want is simply to feel like you have people around you in your life that maybe aren't romantic with you, maybe it's more of a platonic family type vibe, but that is what you will manifest. As the Empress, whatever it is that you want to manifest as far as the unions that you nurture in your life, you are going to manifest that. Now, if we back up, you have always had an abundant energy about you, okay? Because I'm looking at the beginning here and you've got 9 of Pentacles. So you're a very independent person. A lot of people don't like that because you're independently wealthy. You're independently self-sustaining. You're able to get done what you need to get done. Now, the only thing you want to be careful with about that is when you do need support, make sure that you reach out, okay? Make sure that you seek the assistance that you need because it will be there for you. See, somebody's trying to remove something from your life. That's air. Somebody, okay, we're going to go back to that secrets card because with this going out, there's something that somebody's trying to cover or conceal, and it's information. It's communication. Yeah, because see, that's air energy, and you saw how it went out, and it was kind of difficult lighting it as well. So that lets me know with this 5 of Pentacles, the only reason why you have ever experienced a feeling of lack in your life is because other people were trying to challenge you. Okay? I see that there's somebody who was doing that recently. This could have been in your recent past. The beautiful thing that I see here is that with the 7 of Pentacles, you've been patient. You've been dedicated. You've been focused. And you have stayed the course. You've been manifesting consistently. And that's what brought you out of this 5 of Pentacles. This could have been due to a feeling of isolation. Maybe there was somebody who was trying to keep you in the cold, keep you out in the cold, in the dark, making you feel like there was something that you were missing out on. Also, there's someone here who is trying to siphon your energy so that you would not be able to manifest abundance with that Five of Pentacles. And the only reason they were trying to do this is because they knew from get-go that you were in the Nine of Pentacles energy. Okay? So with the Nine of Pentacles, they knew your potential. They always saw it. They saw that you had all of the assistance, all of the energies around you in your life. Like when I was talking about the Chariot and you having all of the assistance that you need. So if you ever need help, there's going to be someone that you can ask for help. There's going to be something there to assist you or someone to assist you. So they saw that you were well supported. They saw that you had all of the ingredients of an Empress. You had all the characteristics, all of the makings of an Empress. And so there was a time where you felt like what you wanted was not within reach. There's something that led you to feel like you were out in the cold. But because of your patience and willingness to push through, you have made it to your time as the Empress. And you will always be the Empress because it was always something that was inherent within you. It's just an energy that had to be developed. Nobody's born an Emperor or an Empress. It's something that you become with time. Okay? Whether or not you have already manifested this divine union, it is something that is in your destiny. It's a part of your destiny. Okay? Alright, I want to get more on this Five of Pentacles because with secrets, I want to put these here together. With secrets, Five of Pentacles, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? What's the opposition? Because, with the signs I'm getting, with the fire and the incense, I feel like someone could be trying to send some energy your way, even if it is a past energy. What's this, Divine? Okay, we've got the Village. We've got, I always struggle with this word. Aletheia. 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 It means truth. I do know that. 1234, all is aligned, all is in divine order. There's a truth that has come out about, oh wow, someone in a village. This person in the village that has been exposed is a destroyer. They're a destroyer. You know how I stumbled on Aletheia? That's because they don't want the truth to come out. There's always a reason why, you know, there's a pattern with my speech or whatever. There's something that someone did not want revealed. And this destroyer is so very afraid of something that has come undone. That's why we pulled secrets there. There's a secret here. They were hoping that this secret would not come out because they wanted to impact you. You are the starborn. This is in alignment with the Empress energy. I feel like this destroyer wanted to destroy you, but now they're afraid that a secret is going to come out that will destroy them. Divine, please show me the secret. What is this secret? This is something that they want to keep revealed. Keep revealed. I wanted to say keep concealed. There's something about you that they want revealed, but they want something concealed about themselves. All right, so now we have two things to look at. What is it that this destroyer wants to keep Let's start with you. What is it that this destroyer wants to be, or wants to reveal about this beautiful being, about the collective? Water, affluence, but it was in reverse, transformation, and time. Okay, so this person feels like time is running out for them to bring you down. There's some lies that they were trying to tell in order to impact your wealth. That's why we have Five of Pentacles here. This was the person, this destroyer, was the person who was trying to interfere with your money making. They wanted to siphon energy from whatever creative project it is that you have, or whatever money making ventures you pursue, okay? Whatever lies they were telling. And that's why there is not going to be some juicy secret that is going to be revealed about you, because you don't have anything that you've shared with anyone that they could tell about you. Everything that they have told about you is a lie. When I pulled that secrets card, I said you may have secrets. Yes, you may. But this destroyer does not know your secrets. That's why they're so frustrated. That's why now they're in fear of something being revealed about them. This person wanted to take your wealth and turn it upside down. They wanted to take your ability to manifest wealth and turn it upside down. Now, they did not do this by directly attacking your money. They did this by trying to attack your thoughts, by trying to distract you. That's why we have the Two of Swords here. This person wanted you confused. So more than likely, they were throwing all kinds of distractions your way, getting you to not see your beauty as the Empress. Look, they wanted you blinded so that you couldn't look in the mirror and see the Empress that you are. And before you got there, they wanted you blinded so that you didn't see your ability to gain wealth independently. They wanted you to feel like you were constantly dependent on someone or something. This person did not want to reveal your transformation to anyone. They wanted to mark it with shame. I'm getting an image of like that scene in The Scarlet Letter where they're shaming her, and or like Carrie. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I remember they poured pig's blood on her at the dance, whatever I think it was. This person saw your transformation. They watched you transform before their very eyes, because they do watch you. I'm getting stalker vibes, okay? They've kept their eyes on you and they've watched you transform. But because they were so pained by your beautiful transformation, they wanted to conceal it for everybody. They wanted everybody to either not see you in your beautiful transformed state, which you were always beautiful, but it was too much for them to handle once you transformed to where you are now. And whatever they did see, they lied about it. They've told terrible lies about you, which now at this point, it honestly doesn't matter, because I feel like with you as the Empress and with you as this beautiful butterfly, you have transformed already. You've got water here. You could be a water sign, okay? And with that fire, this could definitely be a fire sign that was antagonizing you, challenging you, okay? You could have significant water energy in your chart. But whether you do or not, it's your water energy that this destroyer envies. It's your water that they want. They want your ability to connect. They want your gentle nature. They want to have your intuition. Because in order to arrive to the state of being an Empress, you have to have incredible intuition. And you do. Because on your journey towards becoming the Empress, you've had to know when to turn left and when to go right. I'm seeing like, it's not ninjas, but it's like when they're blindfolded and they're like going left, going right, they have to navigate something, but they do it with their senses. It's some kind of training or something real badass, I don't know. But I'm seeing you like that. Like, that's how intuitive you are, where you have to detect the subtleties within you and around you. Those subtleties that you detect within you, that's coming straight from source. Around you, that's the challenge, because as you have picked up on the energies around you, you've detected everything, the whole spectrum, from the most divine to the most wicked. And I don't mean wicked in a good way. I don't mean Morticia Adams wicked. I mean like the yuck yuck wicked. Okay? So this person, I'm picking up on like fire, like dragon energy. But you know how, like, I don't know if you've ever watched Game of Thrones, but like when those dragons would fly over a town and they would breathe fire out, it's like fire energy when it's not balanced. We need all the elements. All the elements are vital. But when a person is only in their fire, it's just like those dragons that would breathe fire. They can't direct it to one specific building or location. That fire goes, I mean, everything is lit up. And that's why this person is so out of balance, because they're all fire. They're all anger. They're all frustration. 2121 on the timer. This person, it's like whenever they start to get into a state where they feel a little bit balanced, it's like they start over, all over again. Every time they get somewhere, they have to start back at the beginning. They never are able to succeed. They never are able to progress. And that's why they're sitting back eyeing you. They know they're running out of time, because you have transformed in such a way where they can't access you anymore. They might be afraid at this time that they won't be able to access you anymore, because with village being here, this person might know where you live. They're afraid that you're going to move away. They're afraid that they won't have access to you anymore. They're afraid that they won't be able to keep their eyes on you anymore. Let me see what this deck is giving us. And then we're going to dig a little deeper. Okay, let's see what these are. Reincarnation, protection, and necropolis. Okay, that speaks to what I was just saying about this person never being able to get anywhere in life. Once they start over with reincarnation, it's like symbolic. They go right into their fire energy. Look at that. They start battling. They try to protect themselves when they haven't even built anything. You protect as you are creating. You protect as you are living your life. But this person is always in fight mode. Look, they always want to bring out their dagger. They always want to fight somebody. And so for that reason, necropolis. Everything that they touch dies. So aren't you glad that you've distanced yourself from this person? Aren't you glad that you have ended that karmic cycle with them? Yeah. Let's get some information on... I want to see if there's anything that Divine wants revealed about this destroyer for your safety and protection. Thank you, Divine. Okay. So expectation and manipulation. This person is still trying to keep you like a puppet on a string. But they're very disappointed because their expectation was to be able to do that. And they still haven't been able to succeed. There's something that you did, which is why that necropolis card came out here, that you brought death to the connection between the two of you. This could have even involved other people, because with the village being there, I feel like that's very significant. Not only because they're afraid of not being able to keep an eye on you, they're afraid that you might move away. They're afraid of you being out of their reach. They are still waiting to be able to have control over you, which they were never able to do. There may have been a time where they were able to do a little something, but they know that time is over. Yeah, they've been blocked. congratulations. I feel like this has been such a huge accomplishment for you, that like divine is just saying, acknowledge what you've done. You did something really big, because there was only a certain amount of time during which this person was able to block you. Do they have any current intentions, divine? Sweetheart, false, poverty, boss, self-love, work, labor, efforts, and north-south node. Okay, this person knows that you're a sweetheart. Okay, this goes right along with the Empress energy. They know who you are, and they've known since day one. That's why they envy you. That's why they stalk you. That's why they are showing up as the destroyer, because why would you want to destroy somebody that was already like this? This is how they wanted to see you. Okay, so if you have a business or whatever efforts it is that you nurture, okay, this is specifically for money. This person wanted to attack your wealth, your money, and they wanted you in a state where you were begging people for whatever it was that you needed. Now it's interesting that this is card 37. 3 plus 7 is 10. This person always knew that you were in a place to get your 10. All of your cups, your 10 of cups, all of your pentacles, your 10 of pentacles. They knew that you were a 10. But they wanted to block that. They wanted to block that potential. And they wanted you stuck, begging, and desperate. This person created some type of false document in order to lie about you. Now that's the secret. That Alethea, see, now I have no problem saying it. Roll right off my tongue. But this person did not ever want the truth to come out, okay? This person has actually created false documents in order to take on your identity. They did that. I see them going places, and like, even if it's just somewhere to like order food or something like that, and they will say that, you know, like when they say, can I have your name? And then they call your name for the order. They will tell them your name, because this person is obsessed with trying to become you. Divine, tell me more about this. Yeah, tell me more about this false document. This is something that they worked on with a group of people. 3 of Pentacles, they weren't alone in this. That's one reason why the Village card came through. This person did not work alone. They had help in trying to use your identity. Their efforts have been blocked with the 4 of Cups. I also see this where they're trying to, or I do feel like they're still trying to, but they're extremely frustrated now because they know that they haven't been successful at all. But they've been trying to block you from love, okay? If you currently are in a relationship, they were trying to ruin it. If you have options, which I know you do, okay? They're trying to block it. They wanted to block everything in your life. They also wanted to block your swift movement forward because they saw that you had everything that it took in order to succeed. So everything that they did was just trying to slow you down. But in the process, they became obsessed with you, started stalking you, and then wanted to take on your whole identity, trying to pretend to be you. This situation is coming to an end because their world is filled with death. It stinks like death. Their whole life stinks. There's energetically like it's fumes that this person radiates. Their breath, their body, they just reek because it's the entities that are attached to them. It's death. And that's why we also have the necropolis here. Everything that they touch dies. Every person that they manipulate drops like a fly. But you didn't. You didn't. That's why they're amazed by you. Okay, we got boss, self-love, fruits and labor, North Node. This is you. So thankfully, Divine is shifting the energy into your true vibe. Okay, so congratulations to you. I am so wonderfully proud of you and the work that you have done to clear this karmic cycle, to end it. Okay, if there are any efforts that you notice with this person trying to come back into your energy, because they do want you like this, even though they can't even get it together enough to get you like this. They can't do it. They don't have the time. They don't have the energy. Okay, they're blocked. But because of the work that you have done, and at some point in time, you decided that you were going to be that Knight of Swords and move forward. Move past all that bullshit, all those attempts to control you and hold you back. And you were going to walk into this boss energy. And that's why you have the Empress card. There's something very fruitful about your business. You chose to love yourself through all of this. You chose to say, you know what? Everything that this person tried to take away from me, I'm going to nurture it. Even if I feel like I'm starting back at ground zero. That's all right. I'm doing this. And that's exactly what you did. And because of that, you are reaping the fruits of your labor. This is what you get for not joining the Karmics. This is what you get for not joining all of the people who made it so difficult to constantly have to wake up in the morning doing spiritual warfare, going to bed at night doing spiritual warfare. This is your reward because you stay true to your path. Divine is encouraging you to remain in your North Node. You're divinely aligned. Okay? Let's see here. Divine, is there anything that we need to know in addition to all of this? I want to make sure that all is well in your atmosphere and your environment. Making sure that there is nothing blocking you. Thank you, Divine. What does this beautiful being need to know? Yeah, confirming. They want to be you. I mean, this is still the case right here. They're always going to want to be you until they are physically unable to... what I'm getting is that at some point they're no longer going to be coherent. This person is no longer going to be coherent. They're not going to know their left from their right. This could be from mental illness. This could be a result of drug use, okay? Drug abuse. But this person is absolutely headed in that direction. Yeah, there's a shift happening, both within you and within them. And this is represented by the North Node, South Node. You are in your North Node. This Karmic is in their South Node. So there's definitely been a shift. They have a father wound. And many of us have father wounds. Many of us have mother wounds. But this person always makes their wound someone else's issue. They're not dedicated to healing their wounds like you are. This person needs to desperately, it's like SOS for their inner child. Their inner child is suffocating. They're like, it's not pretty. This person needs to do a lot of work just in order to be able to take accountability. They haven't gotten there. And what's happening is because of their constant lies and manipulation and then the rejection, that's what's really getting to this person now, is they're experiencing a lot of rejection. The only people that are not rejecting them is manipulators and I'm going to say narcissists, okay, because they are giving narcissistic vibes, who are just as bad as they are. Anyone who's still riding with this person, they're going to have the same exact fate that they're headed towards. They're experiencing a lot of rejection because so many people have awakened to this person's, the truth about this person. That's why that truth card came out. Okay? Let it fly. There is something that still may be a bit like, it's like when you think about it, something that you experienced with this person, it might still just either bring tears or a feeling of anger. Divine is saying to work to release that, okay? And you will do that with time. It's also something that takes time. But also, I'm going back to secrets. There's something that you know about this person that other people don't know. Let's take a look at that real quick. What is it? This secret trolling. Okay, it feels like something that this person was doing online. This person may have been harassing you from fake accounts. And you know what? That came right after I mentioned something that has made you angry. It could have been that. Maybe this person said something to you and it just kind of it made you feel like you wanted to be able to address them face to face, but I feel like you don't want to see this person. You don't want to talk to them. And so everything, this is the issue, everything that they've done, they haven't had the courage to do it to your face. And so you didn't really have the opportunity to address them face to face because they're too much of a coward to do that. Divine says just let it go. There could also be some people from this village that have participated in this behavior. Yeah, intentionally causing upset, baiting a reaction, provoking disputes. Listen, anybody, this is a grown adult, anybody who sits up at night like this, trying to make another grown adult angry instead of minding their business, they don't deserve a response, okay? This person's punishment is being who they are. They're never going to change that because this is not a person who's going to heal. I'm sorry. This person has had a huge number of hookups. Okay? Fleeing, friends with benefits, non-committal. They're not having any success with any kind of relationship at all. Meanwhile, you're able to pick up on everything. You're able to sense things. And you have your peace. So, you know, that's karma. This is your dharma. That's their karma. They're in this mode. So there really isn't anything that you need to hold on to that would make your heart hard. Okay? No, not at all. Let me pull a couple of these. Yeah, you have so many beautiful things headed your way because of the way that you've handled this whole process. You've handled it with dignity. Yeah, sometimes you might feel like you just want to shout from the mountaintop to that whole village that perhaps at one time was supporting them. These are all the nitty-gritty things that this person was doing. These are all the nasty, disgusting things. Like, you want to give them the whole rundown from A to Z, right? Because you want them to know who this person is. Listen, this person is being exposed. They're being exposed. And the thing about it is that the people in their life that actually did love them genuinely have cut them off. That's why they're so dependent on the people that you both knew, okay? The people that you knew, the common friends or frenemies that you had. They depend on them because all the people who have been riding with them since they were young or for many years, and they've had a chance to see this person's ridiculous, insane behavior, they've cut them off. This person is definitely miserable. Only a miserable person could do the things they did to you. Karma is a bitch. I hate to say that because I see karma as an actual, you know, entity, right? She handles her business, but yeah. That's what this person is feeling now. That's why they're so disappointed that they couldn't keep up with you. It's because now it's just them and their karma. Or the few pitiful cronies that still support them, that are headed for the same karma that they're going to experience, or that they are experiencing. Friendship breakup, okay? They've lost so many people. So many people. Lights on, but nobody's home. Listen, when I tell you that this person is experiencing mental illness, it may be the initial stages. I mean, if this person does have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, then they're already in that category. But they're not intelligent. And when they were trolling, that's something that you realized. If you didn't realize before, when you were reading this person's accusatory remarks, or like their rude messages that they sent from incognito accounts, fake accounts, if you didn't realize before how ignorant this person was, it was just 4111. You're protected in your new beginnings, and you have new beginnings in every area of life. New beginnings in wealth, new beginnings in love, if that's what you're looking for. New beginnings in just the pure satisfaction of being you every day. Because one also represents the self-love. You represent, or you realized in this person's communication how they do not have any type of intelligence. Whatever intelligence they had at one time, they have abused it so much, trying to use it to manipulate other people, that they've driven themselves crazy. Lights on, but nobody's home. Okay? Lights on, nobody's home. What else, Spirit? Okay, we got a few. Yeah, deep-seated discrimination. Look, this person is on lock now. They are not able to badmouth you to anyone that matters anymore. Okay? If they're bad-mouthing you to the few pitiful people that are still hanging around them, giving them the time of day, then who cares about that? Who cares about that? They're all stuck. There may be somebody here who feels stuck in the middle, but this isn't you. Who is this? This is somebody who's heartbroken. I don't know. Could be somebody who's trying to find the strength to, this could be one of their cronies. This could be one of their flying monkeys. But, you know, they feel stuck in the middle. It's sad, right? But this is where a person has to gather the strength to do what they know they need to do. It's not easy to break away from the hold of a narcissist, because narcissists make it completely difficult. They dedicate all of their time and energy to ruining people. Now, that's the covert and malignant narcissist. Usually the grandiose narcissist, and people can have different, you know, like a little bit of this one and that one, but a person who is very much grandiose with their narcissism, in many cases, they kind of hurt people just in the process of trying to look good. As they put themselves on a pedestal and care about nothing else, they end up hurting other people. But malignant and covert narcissists, they are infamous for hurting people. And they, especially malignant narcissists, they enjoy the pain that they bring to other people. So when you're dealing with people like that, of course there are going to be some good people that end up feeling stuck. This could deal with a legal issue. Opportunities await for you. They await for you, okay? They're waiting. All you have to do is walk through the door. There could be an unrequited love here. I'll take a look at that. But I'm already getting, okay, it's already coming through. I got it. Thank you, Spirit. The person who was trying to cause so much torment to you, they're now feeling the pain of unrequited love. They're trying to get the attention of someone who wants nothing to do with them. There could be a baby involved here. 4444, there could be a pregnancy. This person that hurt you, if they are female, they could have gotten pregnant by someone that they hope to build a life with, and that person was like, goodbye. I see them like with the dummy here. It's like, and I'm not saying this happened exactly this way, but it's the vibe of that, like where the narcissist woke up and lying next to them was a dummy. The person had put a dummy in the bed and they were gone. Unrequited love. They're left now feeling the desperation and isolation that they wanted you to feel. Copy and paste. This person has mimicked you until the cows came home. They have nothing better to do than to sit around trying to copy and paste your creations, your outfits, your style. And if this is a person of a different gender, then what they're trying to do is get the person that they have, or what they were trying to do with the person while they were still around, is trying to get that person to look like you. This person has tried to talk like you, walk like you. They're easily distracted. Make sure that when you are doing your work and doing your self-love routines and things like that, that you're not distracted by any thoughts about this person. Listen, there's no shame in that, because the journey of healing after a narcissistic encounter, I don't call them a relationship, because you don't have a relationship with a narcissist. You have an encounter. You have an experience that teaches you a lesson, hopefully. And you have learned your lessons. But please be aware of thoughts that kind of linger or come to you, and then you're like, it's usually thoughts of fear, because what they do is they project. When they can't control you by having you call or text or open up the door for them, when they can't get into your world in the way that they want to, then they try to do it energetically. And since this person is always mimicking you and or trying to, and thinking about you, that can naturally happen, where they're sort of projecting thoughts towards you. They're not your thoughts, so send them right back and keep doing what you need to do that fulfills you. You've done some intense shadow work. And that's the good thing about this experience with the narcissist, is that it has triggered something inside of you where you have gone within and decided to heal wounds that perhaps you had left alone. You realized in your interactions with this person that, oh wait, that still hurts, or oh wait, this triggers something or a memory from my childhood or something like that, and you healed those wounds. You have completely changed. You've made a whole 180. You're moving in a different direction, and you are walking in your Empress energy, and it's a beautiful sight to behold. It really is. You're so inspiring, and that's what's coming through as well. You are inspiring others to do very similar work for themselves that you did for yourself. Spirit, what message does this beautiful being need? Be bold and make the first move. Okay? There's something that you've been thinking about doing. I'm getting a vibe of prosperity. So this could be with your creative endeavors or with work. It's something that's going to bring you money. So make the move. Okay? For a small percentage of you, this is going to be regarding love. Okay, Divine is saying to, and this is only if you are like in your masculine energy, okay, because if you move in feminine energy, it's good to receive, okay? Trust. But if you are in your masculine energy and there is a love interest that you are thinking of or that you feel drawn to and it feels divine, then make the first move. Make the first move. Regarding any sort of projects, make the first move. Okay, be bold. It's time to take action, so that's just confirmation. And look, this is Aries energy. Masculine and very aggressive. So it doesn't mean that you have to be aggressive, but yeah, be bold. Step out of your comfort zone. There's something that Divine is encouraging you to do that might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that's just fear. And you might feel the fear, but you can move beyond it. You're bigger than your fear. Trust me. The fear is actually very, very, very small, and it only takes a very small seed of fear in order to grow into something that becomes a huge blockage. So you don't have to allow that to happen. You can move forward because you have the ability to do that. I'm going to pull a Lilith card. Let's see what Mother Lilith is talking about and sharing with us today. Thank you, Mother Lilith. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Black Moon and Lilith, or Black Moon, Lilith, and Gemini, liberate your truth. Liberate your truth. Well, it's funny because we had secrets. There might be a secret that you need to let out to somebody. I feel like it's something that you don't need to let out to everybody. Because remember when I was talking about that secrets card, I said you might be you value your privacy. Most chosen ones do value privacy. Okay? Because it's important. Like I said, it's to protect what you have created, to protect what you love, to protect what you nurture. Okay? You don't want to build something and then just, Also, when you let a lot of people in on something, a lot of times it can make it difficult because then you have lots of eyes on it. You have lots of interest. And for some people, if they don't live a hermit lifestyle, it can distract them. Okay? You can intentionally build your life to be more protective of your introvert energy if you are introverted, or if you are very private. I am an introvert. I live a hermit lifestyle. So therefore, other than being on social media, on YouTube, I really don't have a lot of eyes on me because I stay private naturally. But if you are not very private, like maybe you go out into the community and do something, or maybe you go into a workplace, or maybe you go to school, then it can be very, very beneficial to keep things private. But Divine is saying here, there's something that you need to liberate, something about your truth. So let's see what that is. It's card number 3. Let's see what Mother Lilith is bringing through. Okay. Oh, I don't want the glare on there. Okay. Verbal conflict may be on its way. Okay. If somebody's trying you, this could be in the workplace. This could be in a community. This could be within your home. Verbal conflict. And this oracle card wants to help you speak your truth. When Black Moon, Lilith, and Gemini shows up, it's time for you to alchemize the shadow, limiting your voice. Release attachment around what others say about you. It really doesn't fucking matter what people have to say about you. That's something I've had to realize being on social media. I used to be very sensitive about what people said about me. And then at some point, after it kept happening and, things were said that I didn't appreciate, it's like at some point you decide to just be bigger than your fear. And it feels really, really good. Gemini rules over the voice and communication. You also could have power struggles in your life surrounding how you communicate. This trauma response could come from being silenced as a child. Your voice is your superpower, and understanding this will help you activate it. Aretha Franklin, oh, I saw her in concert. I love her. Aretha Franklin, whose Black Moon Lilith was in Gemini, lost her mother at 10 years old, and she had a very traumatic childhood because her father was indecent with her, and she birthed a child by her father. And I do believe she raised that child, because in many cases it's too painful to, but very, very painful experiences. She couldn't speak for weeks. She endured so many hardships in her life, including abuse, and it was her voice that brought her out of despair. Divine is calling you to use your voice. Activate your throat chakra and use your voice. And remind yourself that it doesn't fucking matter what somebody thinks about your truth. If it's something that you need to speak, something that needs to be said, something that you truly feel divinely led to say, you feel like this feeling inside that you can't avoid, that it has to be said, then say it. You may channel your creativity into moodier forms of writing or expression. The meaning of the magical word abracadabra is Hebrew for I will create as I speak. Mercury, Gemini's planetary ruler, is associated with Hermes, Ashe Hermes, the god of knowledge who created alchemy. Your voice is the magic wand you use to create your reality. You can alchemize this shadow into light by speaking your truth. This is for the Dark Divine Feminine shadow work, and then I'll read the masculine. Your words can be polarizing, but that's your path in this lifetime. Don't allow other people's reactions to dim your light. Start a practice each day to set boundaries. Speak your truth and say no when you need to. In the Dark Divine Masculine shadow work, you love outspoken people, but they also can trigger you. Understanding how to balance communication and relationships with others is an important lesson. Conflict and arguments may come your way, but don't allow others to suppress your voice. Okay? Yes, you have a beautiful voice and a powerful voice, and there's power in your words. So when you use those words, you're activating your power. You're creating magic. All right, beautiful being, I hope that you enjoyed these messages. I hope that they brought clarity and comfort and good vibes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and I wish you so many blessings. Take care.